Mike here, glad you can join me. I'm going to show you what I did to get the results I did to find out that the moon wasn't even freaking part of the eclipse, August 21st, 2017. Beats me. I had one theory about the Zeti flat Earth black glass disk, but that just went down the tube, so we'll just scratch that idea. What we found totally shocked a lot of people and sent to a lot of different other people who use different software and other methods to determine the same thing I did. When I sounded the alarm, and by the end of the day we had many people reporting back and responding saying, hey, where's the moon? Well, the moon didn't show up. Maybe the moon didn't get the memo that day. So here we are in Photoshop, and what I'd like to start out with is the curves adjustment layer. But first of all, I got this photo from Robert on Facebook, and he took this with the P900 with a super nice filter. In fact, this photo is so good, let's just zoom in. We can see sunspots here. So amazing job, Robert, and thank you for the photo. And the idea here is to find out in Photoshop where the light is actually going. And so even though we got this really filtered, Photoshop will find light from any source. This is how we examine NASA photos and people sending in photos that they've taken or thought they've taken of the ISS. All of them have been fake so far. So here we are in the curves adjustment layer. On this side of the curves adjustment layer is the shadows or the dark areas. Over here is the light or the highlight areas. If I move this around, it'll change the sun or my highlight areas. If I move this around back here, it will change my dark or my background areas. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to reverse the position of the light so I can try to get an idea of where all the light was headed, where it was traveling to, and this is what you get. Now on the outside of this, the light from the sun is coming off the sun in a round fashion as you would expect, but the problem is the light's also coming off the sun on this side, and from these points here is curved from these points here. In other words, there's nothing blocking the light from the sun. If there was an object in the way of the sun, we would not see the sunlight here at all emitting out. And this pattern is not affected at all, except by the shape of the sun, which there should be a moon there, and there is not. And so there's, there's many ways we can bring this out and mess with the curves adjustment layer. Another way that we can check things real quickly, which a lot of people do on YouTube, checking NASA photos and their moon shots and earth rises, whatever, is the levels layer here, and on this side is the darks, on these sides the highlights, and all you got to do is just slide this guy over here and we can see the light in the background. Once again, we get a even circular pattern, light from the sun. There is nothing here hindering the light of the sun as it would be if something was moving in front of the sun. And so this is what I did. Others used other methods, all the same results. The moon did not show up August 21st, 2017. In fact, nothing did. The sun seems to be sole responsible for this eclipse at this point. Also reported on the day of the eclipse was this UFO. Yes, a strange blue dot hovering in the sky. This photo was sent to me by somebody I know on Facebook, and first I just dismissed it as a lens flare. However, somebody else posted some pictures to me on my channel, and they got the same blue dot result. So this needed some investigation. To make my channel more interesting, I was just going to claim this was something CERN opened up some type of portal to allow this UFO into our world and cause the zombie alien invasion and gain more subs and likes and notoriety. However, we can't do things that way on my channel. So I tracked this and got some help with it. And unfortunately, somebody on another YouTube channel thought this was something.
Now that ain't right, bro. What is going on? Now it can't be lens reflection, as too many different people in different locations experienced the same anomaly. There is no official explanation for this. What is going on here?
Well, worth looking into at least. Enough of that. Here, I'm going to show you what this is. And I had somebody test this for me. Unfortunately, it's not an alien zombie invasion. It's just a lens flare of cameras pointing towards the sun, which we don't normally do every day, but that's what it is. So here's our alien mothership hovering in the sky. Unfortunately, when the guy moves his camera, so does the alien ship. Same with this here. And I had somebody else reproduce it. Also, you're going to get a different color and effect depending on your camera and aperture blades, but this effect is caused by pointing your camera at the sun. This is a fake eclipse. Here you can see that the moon object they placed in their photo actually is receiving light from our side. Totally impossible during the eclipse. And you may have noticed the cricket chirping in the background of all those people were louder than the people. Something else that's not going to happen. In this next scene, this is HDRI toning through Photoshop. The plane had lights on it blinking. Here we can see the light blink through the corona or the brightness of the sun, something impossible. The sky's moon has moon textures with light on her side. Again, that's something else not going to be possible, and not anything we witnessed out of the hundreds of photos that did come in to us and various people. And we see the star there on the left. I have seen no eclipse photos of the star. If you have any, I would like to see them. Well, that about wraps things up, and I'm going to have to fix my Australian moon flip video. I made some wrong conclusions in that video. It's actually more crazier than what I thought. Yeah, it totally does not work on any model that we know of, and I am in the process of making that video. And here's the moon in one of her phases, and here's the moon in reality. This is Mike. Please like and subscribe.